guys know I'm always talking about life. I'm always talking about reality. I know sometimes my topics get to your emotions because, again, it's the truth. We're not used to the truth. A lot of us like to be lied to. We like to be told stories when it comes to elevating your life. Today, we're talking about learning how to deal with your problems. Learning how to make your problems your problems. This is a big problem in the world today. A lot of people don't like to be held accountable. At the end of the day, when you make a mistake in life, you need to learn that that's your mistake. Don't call other people and try to hold them accountable for your mistakes. You make a mistake, you are a grown adult. You need to learn how to deal with your mistake. This term is called accountability. When are you going to be held accountable for the things that you do as grown adults? This is a big problem in the urban community. This is a big problem in the world today. Everybody wants to be this somebody that puts other people for their mistake, put other people in their place for their mistake. At the end of the day, okay, if you make a mistake, it's your mistake. Don't call other people complaining that at the end of the day, I can't believe what happened to me. At the end of the day, you are a grown adult. This is what bothers me about this whole thing, right? There's people in this world, okay, that they're growing up, still making excuses for the mistakes they make. And they're always going to blame it and point at somebody else. And they always want people to feel bad for them. There's always some position of sympathy. Oh my God, I want you to feel bad for the mistakes that I've made. I want you to feel bad for the fact that I picked a bad baby father. I want you to feel bad for me because I poorly managed my money and I'm broke today. I want you to feel bad for me because I decided to buy the wrong car. I want you to feel bad for me because at the end of the day, I decided to not be something in life. At the end of the day, you are a grown adult. People, I want you to understand, a lot of us, we need to do better. You are a grown adult. This is for my grown adults. This is for my college students. At the end of the day, if you make a mistake, you need to understand you made the mistake. We're always trying to ask for forgiveness. Can you forgive the mistake I made? At the end of the day, it's not about if they forgive. Are you going to rectify your problem? Are you going to fix your problem? Have you figured out a way to execute it? How are you going to approach it differently next time? These are the things that should be running through your mind as a grown adult, not playing the blame game. People, at the end of the day, if you're a grown adult, you don't own a house at 40 years old, that's your fault. Okay, now the question is, how can you do better? Maybe add another stream of income. Maybe add another stream of income. If you're a grown adult and you're still having numerous baby fathers that can't do nothing for you, whose fault is that? That's your fault. If you're a grown man continuously picking the wrong women, whose fault is that? Your fault. We never want to be held accountable when we make mistakes. We never want to be held accountable when we put ourselves in situations that we decide to put ourselves in. If you had to go do jail time for something you did, you need to be held accountable. That's your problem. Don't blame other people. Don't point at other people. At the end of the day, that's your problem. I can't understand this world today. We're grown adults. We never want to be held accountable for our mistakes. People in life is all about experiences and learning accountability. People, sympathy is not a word that should be used so often with some of you. Some of you always waiting for somebody to feel bad for you. I hope somebody feels bad for what I'm going through. At the end of the day, that's not their problem. You are not their problem. A lot of us love to put ourselves in situations and always want somebody to get us out of it. That somebody should be you, self-reflection. That should be you. A lot of people love to blame other people for when they put themselves in situations. It's 2022, you still have broke adults. It's 2022, you still have women dating no good men. It's 2022, you still have men dating no good women. And then everybody wants to play the blame game. Oh, it's not my fault. Oh, he's a narcissist. Oh, she was a narcissist. Oh, everybody's a goddamn narcissist, huh? So nobody's going to be held accountable for their mistakes. You like gambling, huh? Some people like gambling. You like blowing your money on the slot machines. Then you ask yourself, why are you broke? That's your mistake. You're going to learn to deal with it. You got to learn to deal with your mistake. You like smoking. You like doing drugs. You care about drugs more than your kids. Then when the streets take advantage of your kids, I can't believe the world did this. No. Let's not play the blame game. Let's not play the blame game. Hold yourself accountable for what you do. Adults in this world today don't like to be held accountable. It's like a friend call you, hey, I need to borrow some money. You tell them no. Damn, I thought we was homeboys. No, we are homeboys. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to blame for your mistake. That's not my fault that you're mismanaging your money. That's not my fault you're at the strip club blowing your money, knowing that you got bills to pay, knowing you got kids. The problem in this world, we got grown men today that don't understand accountability. At the end of the day, people, you got to understand this very clear, okay? Hold yourself accountable for the mistakes you make. If you're a grown adult today, you're still asking people to borrow money at 30, 40, 50 years old. That is embarrassing. When people tell you no, don't go complaining, oh, you wouldn't believe he didn't give it to me. Oh, you wouldn't believe she didn't give it to me. Nobody legally has the right to let you borrow money. There's no such thing. I never knew there was a law that I have to feel bad because of your mistakes, of you not managing your money. People, at the end of the day, we need to understand accountability in this position today. People don't want to be held accountable. I'm listening sometimes in these Clubhouse rooms. When you hear these relationship topics, you ask a woman, okay, 4 kids, not one baby father. Oh, it's all the men's fault. So you're not held accountable on no aspect. It's not your fault that you're picking no good men. It's not your fault that there was contraceptives that you could have picked, but you decided not to. It's not your fault that you keep picking garbage men. For the fellas, 8 baby mamas. You're on child support all over the place. Oh, all my baby mamas ain't no good. All ain't no good, so let me get this right. If all ain't no good and you have 8 baby mothers, that means you made 8 bad decisions at the same time. You made the same mistake 8 times. That's what you're telling me. And you're not going to hold yourself accountable on any aspect of it. How is that even possible? People, listen to what you say. Nowadays, I've learned that, again, people call your phone when you tell them, I'm not letting you borrow money. It's not that I don't have it. I'm not letting you borrow money because I don't want to. I don't have to explain myself to grown adults. You call me, I want to borrow money. I say no. I don't have to tell you why I'm saying no. You should have had your own money. It's so crazy we live in this world where people, oh, I want to borrow your car. I don't have these problems no more, but I'm just speaking in a broad aspect. A person calls you, they want to borrow your car. You tell them no. They're upset. Let them be upset. You don't have to entertain grown adults for their mistakes, people. If a grown adult doesn't have a car and wants to borrow your car, that's their mistake. They should have had their life in order. If a grown adult is trying to borrow money and you tell them no, and they get upset, that's their mistake. They should have managed their money better. People, we're talking about accountability today. A lot of us need to understand. Stop entertaining people's bad habits. People's problems are their problems. Stop trying to fix other people's problems. I can fix certain problems because why? I get paid to do it. I get paid to fix people's problems. If you're not getting paid to fix people's problems, stop trying to fix it. A lot of you are stressed with life. And here's what's crazy about the part that you're stressed about. You're stressed about situations that have nothing to do with you. You're so worried about other people's problems when they should be worried about their own goddamn problems. People, at the end of the day, we have grown adults, 40 years old, 45 years old, that still don't want to be held accountable. If you were broke at 45 years old, whose fault is it? You, nobody else. If you're on child support from 3 different women as a man, whose fault is it? You, because you ain't financially taking care of your kids. See, here's the thing with me, right? I don't believe in this whole gray area in life. It's either black or white. It's very straightforward. Black or white. A man he's on child support for 3 different kids. It's very straightforward. He doesn't like to financially be there for his children. Why would you step in and say, okay, you know what? I want to go have a child with this man. Did you not just see what happened? when you have a child with this individual. People, the reason I'm saying this, I want to teach you guys accountability. You know why? Because a lot of people DM me, oh my God, a lot of friends don't like to pay me back when they borrow money. Why are you letting them borrow money in the first place? Why are you letting friends borrow money in the first place? People, I'm going to say this to you right now. And a lot of people ain't going to say this. You want to reduce your stress by 95%? Stop letting friends borrow money. Stop letting family borrow money. I'm telling you. If you want to live a stress-free life, stop worrying about other people's problems. That's number 2. Number 3, learn how to focus on what you need to focus on. A lot of us are always in this world trying to help other people that don't want help, that don't want to really move in life, that want to use you. That's not your job. People in this world make mistakes. They put themselves in situations and they're always looking for a handout to get them out. And when you don't give them a handout, they want you to feel bad for them. At the end of the day, people, you got to learn how to be held accountable. When I'm investing in the stock market, when I'm investing in real estate, when I lose money, I don't call nobody. I've lost money. I remember what was it last year? My group chat knew. I took like a $40,000 loss in one day. In one day, a $40,000 loss. I can't call nobody. I can't blame nobody. I made the mistake. I'm held accountable. That's it. Life moves on. A lot of you need to understand. You're always calling people's phone with your problems. The question is, who put you in those problems? You did, yourself and I. Nobody else put you in those problems. And a lot of people need to hear a live like this because the truth is what's going to set a lot of you free. A lot of you are so in this world of non-reality. A lot of you really think everybody deserves a handout. People tell me this, how you trying to help somebody fix their life when your life is not in order? Tell me that. I'm lost. Grown adults, you're trying to help somebody else get their life in order when your life is not in order. Who are you? You're God, you're Jesus. Who are you? Please tell me, who are you? Who are you to think you can help somebody fix their life when they don't want it fixed? Don't you guys see a reoccurring situation? Every time you try to help somebody fix their bad habits, they come back calling you back. Can you help me again? Because at the end of the day, they didn't learn. Grown adults don't learn when you help them fix problems. Grown adults learn when they go through the struggle. That's how they learn. You keep having a friend that wants to be an alcoholic. He want to keep drinking. He don't want to get his life in order. That's his problem. The minute you tried to get him help once, he decided not to show up. That's his problem, not your problem anymore. He got family. He got brothers. He got sisters. You have a friend that want to continuously go in and out of jail for bad habits. That's his problem. I'm not bonding him out. That's his problem. He got to stay right there. You got friends that want to keep borrowing money. Why are you letting them borrow money? That's their problem. They should have managed their money better. They probably may want to go back to school. They might want to go get a license to bring an extra stream of income. They might want to put the work in that you're putting in to make sure that you have a great life and you're financially free, that you have to make sure you have savings accounts. A lot of us have this thing. We always want to let emotion control decisions. When a person is doing bad, when a person is making mistakes, especially when they're consistently making the same mistakes, we always want to play hero. Oh, let me try to fix this person. I feel bad. They don't feel bad, so why you feel bad? And then you get upset later when they used you. Oh my God, I can't believe they used me. I can't believe they ain't even trying to pay me my money back that I let them borrow. You know why? Because they don't respect you. Because the truth is they don't even respect themselves. If a person don't respect themselves, how are they going to respect you? Please tell me. There's nothing worse in this world. Grown adults love to make their problems other people's problems. If you got problems, you need to fix it. That's your problem. Don't call other people. Fix your problems. We love to go call other people. I want people to feel bad for me for all the mistakes that I made. You are a grown adult. This is why I say in this world today, there is so many weak men. And I'm going to say it again. There's so many weak men asking women for money, They want sympathy. Oh, I didn't have a father when I grew up, and that's why I don't know how to pay bills. That's why I don't know how to be a man. I grew up without no father. My father died at 3 months, and I still made it, and I learned how to be a man. There's no excuse in this foolish world of sympathy. Oh, he's a grown man. The reason he ain't got no money at 40 years old is because he didn't have a father to teach it to him. No, the reason he's broke today at 40 years old, the reason he's broke today at 40 years old is because when he was in school and they was teaching him money management, he decided not to listen. While there's YouTube for free that can teach you how to manage your money, there's Google that can teach you how to manage your money. No, he don't want to read a book. He don't want to research. He don't want to get his life together. Now he wants you to feel bad for him. Sympathy. I'm good on that. People, there's a lot of weak men in this world. And there's a lot of people in this world that always want you to feel pity. I want you to feel bad for me because of the mistake I made. That's your mistake. You make a mistake, you learn how to deal with it. That's just what it is. You learn from your mistakes, you grow, you mentally mature. That's how life works. See, the thing with me is, and I'm going to say it again, I'm very black and white. There's no gray on how I live. When I make a mistake, I deal with it. I'm going to raise my son to be the same way. I'm going to raise my family to be the same way. You make a mistake, you deal with it. That's just how it goes. There's no people feeling bad. You don't call people to feel, oh my God, I want you to feel bad for me. A lot of parents have called me, sat down with me, shows I've done. And when I talk about this topic, they always say, I wish I would have listened. Because they realize a lot of times they feel bad for their kids. They feel bad for their friends. They feel bad for their significant counterpart. We as human beings, I can't explain it. Only the man above can. Why do we let emotions dictate reality when you should be letting reality dictate your emotions? And this is happening every single day. Life with the Roman posted a statement. She says, I think that mental awareness is great, but knowing what you have to fix should be incentivized. Fix yourself and move forward 100%. What she just said is so powerful, people. I want you guys to understand. You're not growing if you can't learn how to fix problems. That's why I always say to people, business and entrepreneurship is not built for everybody. If you're a person having problems fixing your personal problems, entrepreneurship definitely is not for you. Because you will have so many different problems hitting you in business, you have to learn how to think through and figure it out. You don't have nobody holding your hand. This is the problem with this world today. Grown adults want you to hold their hand. Can you hold my hand like I'm a fifth grader and feel bad for me for all the years of mistakes I've made? All the mistakes I made, I want you to feel bad for me. I'm not that type of guy. I don't feel bad for grown adults when they make mistakes. At the end of the day, you are a grown adult. You made a mistake. You deal with it. You fix it. You move on. That's just how simple. You don't call other people's phone to make them feel bad for you. You learn how to deal with your mistakes. This is a common thing with human beings. They love to make bad decisions based on greed, based on poor judgment, based on social factors, which of course comes with friends, family, upbringing. And then what they do is they attach it to somebody else. Let me attach it to my best friend. The reason I didn't get far was because the neighborhood I lived in. The reason I didn't get far was because the amount of money I make a year. The reason that I'm struggling is because, I have kids. The reason that I'm not where I want to be is because nobody helped me. When you live in certain neighborhoods and you're in a country where education system is in somewhat way free, okay? You have the ability to go to school. to get a degree that could make you 6 figures or more a year. But you also have the ability to go get a degree that can have you struggling. This is another common area where people love to go to school for degrees that's going to keep them broke, for degrees that's going to put them in financial hardship because of poor decisions. That's why I did a video a couple months back. If you guys are not on my YouTube, get on my YouTube. I got a lot of great content. I talked about learning how do you make better decisions in life? I gave several steps to learning how to make better decisions, better choices in life. If you go to school and get a degree that keeps you struggling, don't blame nobody else. Don't blame Navient. Don't blame nobody except yourself. You picked the degree. Women, if you decide to have kids with numerous men that don't have nothing going for themselves, don't blame nobody else but yourself. Men, if you decide to pick a woman to one day be your wife and she changes, don't blame nobody else except yourself. Human beings, we all love to attach people to our problems. We never want to say, I need to do better. We never want to say that statement, I need to do better. You know what? I made a bad decision. You know what? I could do better next time. People, the goal of life is learning from your mistakes. Learning from your mistakes. When you put yourself in a problem, that is your problem. Don't call other people trying to have them feel bad about your problems or your mistakes you put yourself in. Makes no sense to me. I'm not that type of guy to feel bad for you. I just don't. At the end of the day, grown adults need to make better decisions. Grown adults need to learn how to fix grown adult problems. So funny. Somebody put a comment below. A lot of us need to understand, man. Somebody put a comment and get a 200. Okay, I love what Shazar says. Shazar stated certain individuals get $200,000 loans for a degree that's only going to pay them $50,000. This is exactly what we're talking about right now. Whose fault is it? It's your fault. Accountability is so important in this world. We always want to play the blame game. It's never our fault. People, your decisions, your choices can have you live a great life, can also have you live a life of hardship. You made the decision, you have to live with it. Stop calling people's phones complaining that you picked bad partners in relationships. Stop calling people's phone complaining that so-and-so don't want to let you borrow money when you should have managed your money as a grown adult. You should have learned what it is to save money. And nowadays, there's no excuse. You could go on YouTube and find out how to manage your money, how to save money. I have videos on it. Many other people have videos on it. People, accountability is so important. As grown adults, I realize we don't like to be held accountable. We always have an excuse. People, at the end of the day, I want you to learn, man, your problems is your problems. Stop making your problems other people's problems. Very straightforward, people. Stop making your problems other people's problems, people. In this life, we got to become adults. We got to understand maturity. A mature person understands when they made a mistake, they're going to deal with their mistakes and they're going to rectify it. An immature person is going to call another person complaining, hoping that people will feel bad for them. Danny Brown put a comment below. He says, shouts out to Las Vegas, Nevada, in the building. Danny Brown put a statement. He says, the ones that need to borrow money always got the new iPhone, new Jordans, a new leasing whip. And that's very true. The people that have the highest perception in life, fancy Range Rovers, expensive clothes on, usually own nothing in life. Always working check to check, probably selling their soul for some money. People, do not let social media fool you. It's so funny that some people that drive the nicest cars are the brokest individuals of life. That's why I always tell you guys, don't let perception in life fool you. How a person drives doesn't validate what they truly have when it comes to wealth. How a person dress does not mean they're successful if they dress nice. This is the misperception of life in the world we live today. And this is something I talk about every day. I love what Danny Brown just posted. Shout out to Las Vegas, Nevada. A lot of grown adults, you got insurance on your cell phone, but you don't have insurance on your family. And then when that individual passes away, God willing, hypothetically, whatever the case, whatever word we want to use, hypothetically, a close relative, a close sibling passed away. You don't have money to bury that child. You don't have money to bury your friend. You're going around asking people for money because you decided to not be held accountable while you're a grown adult to have life insurance. Somebody passes away, you asking for GoFundMes or calling people's phone begging for money. Then when they tell you, I don't got it, I'm not giving it to you, you're upset. Wow, I thought we were friends. No. We are friends. But at the end of the day, you had a choice when the individual was alive to buy life insurance. Like a lot of us right now that's watching this live, we have a choice right now to make sure we have life insurance. Term life, whole life, whatever you prefer. But some of us choose not to have it. I was sitting down with an individual from Hawaii maybe about 3 weeks ago. And this lady has one child. I'm sitting down. She booked me for a 2-hour session. I asked her a question. I said, did your mother ever have life insurance? She says, no. Do you have life insurance? She says, no. I said, sweetheart, let me get this right. Your daughter is 4 years old. You don't have life insurance on your daughter. Your mother doesn't have life insurance. You're sitting with, you booked me for a 2-hour session because financially you have nothing in order. And you're telling me, knowing that there's a cycle of generations that never decided to have life insurance, you decide not to have it either. So if your mother passed away, how are you going to bury your mother? If you pass away early, who's going to take care of your daughter with what type of funding? People, I know these type of conversations is very aggressive for some of you, but these are real mature conversations. Life is not about just putting insurance on your cell phone. It's about putting insurance on your real life. It's not just about putting insurance on your car. People, this is man-made products. Just like when somebody hit, there was a BMW I had years ago. I love BMWs. Why? Shouts out to my M4. I remember somebody hit my car. The cop, he says, man, you're not even upset. I said, why? It's just a car. And I have full coverage on the car. I could care less. They're going to fix it. I move on. I could care less. People, at the end of the day, man, get your life in order. For some of you, and when I say get your life in order, it's imperative to understand get your life in order also means as grown adults. This live here is about learning. If you make a mistake, learn to deal with your mistake. Stop trying to have people feel bad for you in regards to your mistake. I thought I'd share this information. I hope it's something that you guys could, of course, attach to your everyday lives, or probably share it to the right person that may need to hear this video here today. The importance of learning that your mistake is not other people's mistakes. Learn as a grown adult on how to deal with your mistakes. Shout out to everybody that's on this live. Appreciate everybody on IG, Facebook. Appreciate all the support. Shouts out to everybody that's on this live. Make sure you guys know, man, follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. Click the subscribe button. Every Thursday night and every Tuesday night. Tonight, I will be live at 10 p.m. talking about a great topic. I highly recommend you guys come tune in at 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight to hear the topic that I'm going to be discussing. Every Tuesday, I try to talk about finances, teaching you guys another way of course, investing and elevate yourself mentally. As you guys know, starting March 5th, I have something called the Wealth Club. Make sure you get on my website at Mentourme. You can subscribe. Every month I'm teaching you different ways on how to, of course, create wealth step by step, from life insurance, wills of trust, learning how to really create wealth, teaching you how I came from literally, 30,000, 40,000 a year to get to a point of 7-figure net worth. My goal is to elevate everybody to another level, and teaching you guys real steps that got me there and how I mentally think, because this is the hardest component here, mentally. Making money is not hard. Having great wealth is not hard. But these are things that I think that's very important that you should think about when you're growing in life. Get yourself away from people that want to borrow money from you all the time. These are toxic people. Get yourself away from jealous people, people that's jealous of you. Distance yourself as far away as you can. Distance yourself from people who don't want to elevate in life, that always want to make excuses. Get yourself away from those type of people. And learn that one secret to growing in life is learning that when you make your mistake, you deal with your own mistake and you learn from it. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Peace. I love you all. Shout out to all of you. Tonight, 10 p.m. live on Instagram. We will be talking live about a topic that you may want to hear. Teaching you how to make some money. Mentourme.com. Enjoy your night, people. Enjoy your afternoon, actually. Oh, so early. Cool.